Hi, everybody. My name is Brigitte Mongeau, and I am the facilitator of the Houston Women's Hiking Group on Facebook. And I'm not here to talk to you just about the Houston Women's Hiking Group. It is a private group just for women. I'm here to talk to you about Memorial Park. I had a meeting this morning with Memorial Park and some of the mountain biking groups. And in that meeting, they pointed out some really important things that I wanted to share immediately with the group. I do know, and others who are interested, I do know that we are going to try to have a Zoom webinar that we will open up to the public between myself and Memorial Park and the Houston mountain bikers. That way everybody can voice their opinion, they can share their thoughts and their comments, and we can give Memorial Park an opportunity to really discuss this much better than I can. I just wanted to touch a few things right now. It's brought to you by the Houston Women Hiking group on Facebook. But this YouTube video is on the YouTube channel, Women Stepping Outside. Why? Because it just is the perfect format for it. We did another video, as you'll notice down here, Memorial Park Master Plan Shares with Houston. It was a really wonderful video that went over the overall plan and talked about the new section, and it was just very, very informative. I think one of the things for me as a hiker is I really want to know what's happening. I think we're seeing our park that we love so much torn apart, but it looks like torn apart, and it's kind of freaking us out. So if you want to look at the other videos, the Memorial Park Master Plan video, and you can't find it, you can find it at Women Stepping Outside on YouTube. I'm also hoping to do a video webinar with the mountain biking group because I hear that their story is wonderful and I really want to hear it. If you can't find this YouTube station, of course, if you're watching this YouTube video, you can subscribe and you can also just click on Women Stepping Outside and you'll see all of the other videos. But if you can't find this YouTube station, another roundabout way to do it is to go to my personal website, creativesculpture.com, videos/podcasts. And this is the link. Just click on this link. It'll bring you right to it. I created these links because, frankly, I have YouTube channels and I couldn't figure out how to get to them, and I created them. So that's just like a backdoor way of trying to get to the YouTube channels if you can't see them. So the meeting this morning was with Houston Women Hiking Group. I was just very honored to be invited to come and talk with them and to share our opinions, the opinions of the group, and the Memorial Park Mountain Biking Group and Gorba. Now, I'm just learning more about Gorba, but apparently they are really, really involved. And I've known that over the last couple of years, but I hope to do a webinar with them so that we can know more about Gorba and learn. And of course, it was with Memorial Park Conservancy. So Gorba actually goes out into the back trails, and they repair them, they fix them, they haul stuff in, they fix bridges. If things are eroding, they take care of it. So they are very, very active. And I believe they even have like grants that they've gotten, and they work closely with Memorial Park to make sure that all of this gets done. So it'll be very interesting to talk about them and talk to them in the future. If you haven't seen the trails, they are the best kept secret, and I love them. I just love them. They just fill my soul with happiness for both mountain bikers and for, excuse me. They just fill my soul with happiness for both mountain bikers and hikers. But one of the things that you'll notice is that this bayou runs right through the middle of Memorial Park. If you've been a mountain biker or a hiker for very long back here, you know that the terrain has changed drastically. And that's because every hurricane that happens, things come in and it washes things away. What Memorial Park is trying to do with this plan is to keep this from happening, or do their very best. They can't afford all that they need to do, but to keep this from happening. And we've got to save these trails because they're the best. Now, this is a yellow post, and this is a place where the yellow trail splits off. And this is how right now the trails are determined by color. But this is actually, I think, something similar to what might be on all trails. And in this part right up here, which is the northern part of the park, and that they talked about in the last thing, this has been redone, and there's now more trails here. They're not like really rugged trails, but it's interesting, and there's a lovely pond, etc. What is happening here is that this part right here is changing, but all of this is Memorial Park. This, all of this is Memorial Park. The Houston Arboretum is a part of Memorial Park, but kind of a separate entity. And so this is the area here on the lower side that will be changing. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that. If you'll see right here, we used to, on this, let's go back to this map. This number 3, I'm going to take our video off being pinned to the top of our page. We used to park at number 3, and we used to go in here and then start our trails. This parking is no longer, this is fenced off. This parking lot is fenced off. So right now, as you'll see by this is all fenced off. So the only way to get in, let's go back to the other page. The only way to get in is through number 5, where the dog washing station is, or number 2, this is behind the running center, and then you could take the purple trail. For parking though, you can still park all along here very carefully. And you can also park back here. There's a lot of parking spaces, little parking lots back here. I've done some yoga back here. It's really nice because there's hardly anybody there. So there's a lot of parking back here, but you'll see that you'd have to walk these trails to get to, you'd have to walk these trails to get up to the other trails. And FYI, if you do that, watch out for the speed riders, the speed bikers. Definitely a different group of people than the mountain bikers. So anyway, you would have to park back here and walk in here, but I think there's plenty of parking for us ladies here and in here. So this baseball diamond and all the sports facility, when I say that they are changing things, and you'll see a lot of the trees coming down here, and a lot of people are freaking out going, what's happening to our trees? They have spent a lot of money to move trees. Some of the trees are coming down, but they're not just being tossed. They're making compost out of them. Way back here, there's a whole system of making compost. I think it's back here. And it's really cool how they're doing it. And they're utilizing that in the area to replenish the surface, etc. So they have a thing in mind that they've been working with scientists and lots of different people to figure out what is the best plan of action. All of these sports facilities will be moving way up here. That means we won't have any of this traffic anymore. All of this is going to become trails. And what they're doing is in this area between Picnic Loop here and Picnic Loop here, they are putting a land bridge. And there is reason for why they're removing some of those trees for the land bridge. So again, when you go in, you can no longer get into this, like this was the, like with the rugby field and our parking lot, you can't get in here anymore. And all of these are closed. But you can still, as far as I know, get through here, which would be where the dog washing station is. So you can come in through here, but all of this is closed. So if you come in, you'd have to take these trails. Now, take note, ladies, that they're not in and out. I mean, you'd have to go in and then you'd have to back up and come back out. The running center is up here, and you could take this trail along here and then come here and go around and maybe come out here and then walk back up to the running center if you really wanted a long hike. A lot of women are taking this green trail and then they're crossing over here and they're going to the new section and then coming back. And this is a rather long hike. So what are they doing? They're making this land bridge. Memorial Park is separated by 2 roads, and they've never been connected except for there's a bridge over here. This is this huge undertaking that they're doing, and they're making this into prairie land. And the reason why they're making it into prairie land is because that is what was there. And what this does is it helps with water and erosion. Now, this is beyond my pay grade, and I'm not a scientist, so I can't explain all this, but hopefully somebody can. But you can see there's going to be community trails. There's going to be a place for water to get back and forth. There's going to be a place for the bikes to get back and forth, and pedestrian trails. And what's really cool, and my 7-year-old granddaughter loves, is there's going to be an animal thing, which she told me all about how they do that. So I just think that's fascinating. Getting back to the trails, I want to show you exactly where this is. Again, as I understand, from here to here, this is where the land bridge is going. So, and this is kind of what it looks like. There'll be a land bridge here, coming down into here, rolling into the other spot. Again, the cars and trucks will go under, and we will go over, and it should be really, really beautiful. But we are in the transition stage. So I want to encourage you to do your part to save the trails. Don't be upset when you see the fences. Just be courteous and know that Memorial Park has our best interests in mind. I've been told and I've been assured that nothing is going to happen to these trails back here. They have no intentions of taking away these trails. But they will, I do have to interject, they have said something about putting a main trail going through. When they do that, it will affect the trails a little bit, and they want this trail to be more wheelchair accessible, which I think is great. And if they do that, then these trails would probably go under or over or whatever it would take for them to be able to connect this. I also want to encourage you to be safe during this phase. I've gone in and been a sweep where somebody, I think we went in on yellow and we got injured here, and then we could get her back out. But if you're a leader of a hiking group or if you're a mountain biker, be careful. If you get injured back here, it's going to be really hard and take a really long time to get out. So if perhaps you're leading a group and you have some people in your group that may be questionable about whether they can do a hike, you might start the blue trail and then come back around and see. And if you do this and you feel that they can go on, then you could try something else. But you have to let these people know that it's going to be a long ways before they get back out again. Please also note that part of the blue trail has been sectioned off. Now, the trail reconstruction to Prairie Trail opening January 2021. So this is not going to be very long that we're going to be without these trails. It's going to, 2021 it's going to happen. This trail here may close for a predetermined date. I don't know when that's going to be, and I don't know how we'll get in. If that's the only way to get in through here, it's going to be very, very, a lot of heavy traffic. And then the temporary, this section here, so if you go to purple and you head that way, like we usually would to get out, this is closed. You're just going to hit a fence. So go back. So I want to make sure that you know about the safety and to be prepared. So do your part to save the trails. Honor the signs and the fences, but also consider safety during this phase. Now, I've been told in October they hope to put some type of posts here, like mile marker posts, so that if you are injured or there's an injured party, then you can call and say, I'm at this, and that will help you to get help into that area. That, I think, may be coming in October. Remember that all of these areas, this is at the Arboretum, have water that runs through it. So if anybody's hiked this trail up here or biked this trail, we have seen this erode. This is right near the bayou, and it has just been eroding. So they may have to change this path, and it's going to be really sad to miss it and not have it. But it's for the benefit of the land, and I'm sure they're going to make it just as beautiful. So let's work with them. So you'll see these signs: ecological restoration area closed, or trail closed, or forest restoration in progress. I've been told that this is there because they are trying to heal the land. And ladies, I know that I have been guilty of it as well, to take, and I'll show you, I remember way back when we would, and I'll show you the next map, but we would try to find the black trail. But don't do this. Don't do this. Don't climb over. Don't push the fences down. They're there for a reason. They're not going to be there long. They have a plan. If you really want and you don't want to deal with any of the stuff down here, this is on the other side of the Arboretum, and this is called the Triangle. It's a great trail. And this is like the horse trails that you can still go on there too. So you might consider going over here instead of going down in here. But I want to also tell you how to get there. If you park, maybe say, you could park in the Arboretum if the Arboretum's open, and then go out the gate and go down here. If you park in the running center, then you just walk along this edge here of the road. You can go over to get into the Triangle. But if you want to stay on this side of the road, you stay on this side of the road, and then you go past the opening of the Arboretum, and then you're going to see a slope right there. It goes down, and that leads you right, that's that slope right there. And it leads you right into the Owl. I want to encourage you all, and there are signs, and you can see there's barricades here, not to go up. Let's go back. Not to go up this section right here. There's a reason why this was here. This is here. It says sensitive slope. I mean, you can go up this section here, but don't come up into the Arboretum this way. As far as I know, there is no way to get into the Arboretum when the doors are closed without having to go over in places that you shouldn't go, as far as I know. Again, this is the back side of the Owl. Looks kind of creepy going in there, but great acoustics, by the way. So, and again, that is taking this, here's the running center, take this and going in here, going past the Arboretum entrance and going in here and down here and around there. So don't use that to climb up. You can see I don't see any trails that connect any of these. There's no trails that connect this. So once the Arboretum's closed, it's closed. This is comparison, the all trails map in comparison to the area that it's closed, just so you have a better idea. And this is the 610 loop, by the way. So again, Houston Women Hiking on Facebook. If you're looking for the videos, they're women stepping outside on YouTube. And if you need to find them quickly, you could go to mycreativesculpture.com videos/podcasts and click on that link and see all the videos. I hope to put the other ones on there with the mountain biking group and the next one for Memorial Park, if they will grace us with that. That would be great. I did talk to them. They are going to do some grants, workshops, tours, events, and work days. Now, I think this is great. I like workshops. I like tours and events. And we do have work days, by the way. There, especially the mountain biking group has had some work days. And what the Houston Women, when I find out, I'll put a notice out for the Houston Women Hiking Group and say, does anybody either want to help them or do we want to bring them sustenance? So if there's a group of 10 or 15 guys, we've pitched in and got them breakfast tacos or something of that nature. So if you want to help, just let us know. And maybe you feel like getting your hands dirty and have a strong back and want to haul stuff in, because these guys work at these trails. As another hiking friend and I discussed, we like workshops, but that's not a great place for us to learn how to take care of Memorial Park, because I just don't have time for workshops. And so a video like this I could sit and listen to while I'm sculpting, and that'd be no big deal. So I hope that we can do these webinars and give more information. These are the groups again: Memorial Park Conservancy, Memorial Park Mountain Biking Official Group on Facebook, the gorba.org Facebook page and website, and Houston Women Hiking Group. So let's try to take care of Memorial Park. As soon as I have more information, I'll share it with you. But I did want to let you know that they are really doing a lot to enhance the park, and that I've been assured nothing is going to happen to those back trails. They're not going to take them away. So, and matter of fact, with them moving everybody north, and I believe Picnic Loop and all that picnicking stuff is going to be moving up north. So all that bottom part will be prairie and hiking trails. So anyway, thank you very much. I hope that when I get the information from Memorial Park about doing a Zoom webinar that everybody can join, I will be sure to send it to both of these organizations and post it on Houston Women Hiking Group, and we can have some more of our questions answered. Thank you for taking care of our park. Thank you to these groups here who do such a great job for Memorial Park, and for the individuals that are using it. I really appreciate how you are watching out for our park. Have fun in the woods, and we'll see you soon.